tuition fee for studying in USA, there are two prominent public sector banks that you can choose from. But planning education in the USA comes at a hefty cost. They can provide you with a loan up to 1.5 crore. The rate of interest can vary from 11.2% to 13% with a loan tenure of many Indian students dream of studying at American universities. Did you know in the year 21-22, approximately 2 lakh students pursued higher education in USA. But planning education in the USA comes at a hefty cost. That's why most students opt for an education loan. Hi, my name is Aman and I am one of the founding members here at GyanDhan. Today, we'll be discussing various education loan options that you can consider while planning your study abroad journey in the US. Before we dive into the detail, I'd like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon, ensuring that you never miss an update from us. So let's start. Before we start talking about the types of loans and lenders that can provide you with an education loan to study in USA, it is important to have an understanding of the expenses you will incur during the study period. On average, tuition fee for studying in USA ranges between $10,000 to $30,000 for public universities and $40,000 to $60,000 for private universities per annum. Additionally, you will need to consider the cost of living, which is estimated to be around $1,000 to $1,500 per month. Different banks have different requirements for you to be eligible for an education loan to study in US. If you are an Indian student and to be eligible for the loan, you should be at least 18 years old and have a good academic history. Also, you should be accepted to a well-known American university for a full-time course that offers good career opportunities. Now coming to the types of loans. There are basically two types of education loans that you can choose from. That includes secured education loan and unsecured education loan. Secured education loan, as the name suggests, in this case, you would need to pledge collateral. Now, collateral can be movable or immovable property. On the other hand, in case of unsecured loan, you are not required to pledge any collateral, but you may need financial co-applicant. Now, if you've heard carefully, I said may need a financial co-applicant, which means there is a possibility that you can get an unsecured education loan without any collateral and co-applicant. Coming to the types of the lenders, there are 4 types of lenders from which you can take an education loan to study in the USA. The first one is public sector bank, followed by next is private bank, NBFCs and international lenders. Let's understand these lenders and the loan offerings that they can give you for an abroad education loan. Starting with public sector banks, it's a great choice if you're planning to take a secured education loan. There are 2 prominent public sector banks that you can choose from: State Bank of India and Union Bank of India. State Bank of India provides secured education loan exclusively for those who wish to pursue full-time regular courses at foreign colleges, universities. The loan amount can range from 7.5 lakh rupees to 1.5 crore depending on your profile. The tenure associated with this loan can be up to 15 years and the repayment starts after 6 months of completing your studies. The processing fee that you need to pay to the bank would be around 11,800 rupees, which includes GST. The interest rate for the male applicant is 11.15% and for female it is 10.65%. The quoted rate are as of September 2023, but they may change in the future as these rates are floating in nature. If you decide to opt for Rin Raksha insurance, then you become eligible to get a concession of 0.5% further. The benefit translates to reduced interest rate of 10.65% for male and 10.15% for female. The next public sector bank which provides education loan to study in US is Union Bank of India. They can provide you with a loan up to 1.5 crore. UBI has developed a premier education institute list, and if your targeted college or university is on that list, then you can get a secured loan of up to 1.5 crore and unsecured loan up to 40 lakh. Also, when your targeted school is on the premier educational institute list of UBI, then there are no processing fees, but an amount of 5,000 rupees will be charged to you that will be refunded back to you in case you take disbursement within 3 months of the loan sanction. The interest rate for the UBI starts at 9.8% and can vary depending on your application. The loan tenure is 15 years with a moratorium period that extends to course duration plus 12 months after that. To summarize, public sector banks like SBI and UBI are best when you are considering taking a secured education. Now moving to unsecured education loan, public sector banks like UBI can also provide you with an unsecured education loan of up to 40 lakhs in case your targeted university college falls in the bank's premier list of schools and meets the eligibility criteria. Apart from that, there are majority 3 types of lenders that can provide you with unsecured loan, which includes private banks, NBFCs and international lenders. These are further divided based on the financial co-applicant requirements, as the private banks and NBFCs will require a financial co-applicant, but an international lender will not require a financial co-applicant. Let's go through all the loan offerings one by one, starting with private banks. There are 3 sought after private banks that we are going to discuss in this video: ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and IDFC First Bank. ICICI Bank's interest rate starts from 10.85% and can go up to 12.5%, for which they can lend you up to 1 crore for premier list schools and up to 20 lakh if you are not in that list. The loan repayment starts after 6 months of course completion, but you have to pay simple interest during the moratorium period. A processing fee of 0.5% to 1% is charged by the bank. The loan tenure for ICICI Bank is up to 10 years, which includes a moratorium period as well. With Axis Bank, you can get a loan of up to 50 lakh rupees without any collateral for selected universities as per the bank's approved list of colleges. The interest rate varies from 11% to 12.5%. It can provide you with up to 15 years of loan tenure. The moratorium period is course plus 12 months and you have to pay simple interest during this moratorium period. The processing fee for the loan would be up to 0.75% plus GST. Lastly, IDFC First Bank provides you up to 50 lakhs as the loan amount without pledging any collateral to the bank as security. This loan is associated with 11.5% to 12.25% as the interest rate, with a loan tenure of up to 12 years including the moratorium period. The processing fee ranges between 1% to 1.25% for the loan amount depending on your application and the targeted course and university. The loan amount and the interest rate may vary depending on the factor of whether your targeted university or college is in the bank's approved list of schools or not. Now let's start talking about NBFCs. There are majorly 4 NBFCs that we will be discussing ahead in the video. These NBFCs are HDFC Credila, Avance, Auxilo and Incred. With HDFC Credila, the loan amount that you can get ranges up to 65 lakh depending on your GRE score. The rate of interest can vary from 11.2% to 13% with a loan tenure of up to 10 years, but these variables can vary depending on your profile. The processing fee is 1% of the loan amount that you would need to pay upfront to HDFC Credila. HDFC Credila also requires you to pay either only partial simple interest or simple interest during the study period, and then after 6 months of course completion, your EMI will start. HDFC Credila is the only NBFC that can give you tax benefits under Section 80. Apart from this, HDFC Credila will make it mandatory for you to buy a loan insurance, which can cost you anywhere between 2 to 5% of the loan sanction amount. The next NBFC is Avance, which can provide you with a maximum loan amount of up to 75 lakh rupees at an interest rate that ranges between 12.5% to 13.5%. GRE score and your past academic profile are the variables that can impact or help you get a better interest rate. A 1% of the loan amount will be charged by Avance as the processing fee. You will have to pay 1.5% to 2.5% of the loan amount as the education loan insurance. The loan tenure will be 15 years which include course and 6 months after the course as the grace period. You may be required to pay either partial simple interest or just the simple interest during the course and the grace period, which will be decided by the lender after they have evaluated your loan application. InCred is the third NBFC that you can also go for when looking for an education loan without collateral to study in USA. It can provide you with loans of up to 60 lakh rupees at an interest rate that ranges between 12.25% to 14%. These variables can vary based on your GRE score and the country that you are targeting. Processing fee for this loan will be 1 to 2% with a loan tenure extending to 15 years. The insurance premium can range between 1.5% to 2.5% in case of InCred. The moratorium period for the InCred abroad education loan is course period plus 12 months. Lastly, you can also consider Auxilo for an education loan to study in USA. It is also an NBFC that will be providing you with an education loan up to 65 lakh rupees at an interest rate from 11.5% to up to 13%. The rate of interest and the loan amount will depend on the GRE score and the targeted country and the university, just like in other NBFCs. Apart from that, Auxilo can charge a processing fee of 0.5% to 1.5% as the processing fee. The loan tenure will be 15 years, including the moratorium period, that is course plus 12 months. There is also one important thing to know in the case of NBFCs. You may be required to pay either partial simple interest or simple interest during the moratorium period. Let's move on to the international lender that will be giving you an education loan to study in the USA without any collateral and co-applicant. The only catch is that your targeted university and course must be on the approved list of these lenders. Before we move forward, there is an important thing that you should know about international lenders, that they will provide you with an education loan in foreign currency. The first international lender that we are going to talk about is Empower Financing. It is a US-based international lender that can provide you with an education loan of up to 100,000 US dollars. Among all the lenders that we have talked about in this video, this is the only lender that has a fixed interest rate. That is, the interest rate will not change no matter what. For graduate programs, the interest rate is 12.99%. And for undergrad programs, the interest rate is 13.99%. Both these numbers are eligible to get a concession of 0.25% only if you sign up for autopay during the loan process. The loan application from Empower is 100% online, and an origination fee of 5% is charged on every disbursement. But you do not need to worry, as it is adjusted in the loan amount and you do not have to pay up upfront anything. The loan tenure will be up to 10 years with a moratorium period of course plus 6 months in which you need to pay simple interest. The last lender for this video and the second international lender that we are going to talk and discuss about is Prodigy Finance. It is a UK-based international lender that can also provide you with an education loan that can fund 100% of your expenses to study in the US. The interest rate at which you can borrow from Prodigy is around 12 to 14% with an administration fee of 5%, which is adjusted in the loan amount. The loan tenure that you can get is up to 15 years. Earlier, Prodigy did not used to take any processing fee, but recently they have started to charge a prepaid fee of $50 once the loan has been approved. Only after the student pays this fees, the sanction letter will be issued and disbursement will be done. In the case of international lender that we had talked about, the disbursement is done directly to the university. All this information is easy to listen and understand. But when you are on the ground looking for the perfect lender, there are chances that you might not be able to distinguish. So, a few factors that you should consider while choosing the lender are interest rate, moratorium period, loan amount, repayment during the moratorium period, margin money, and etc. Or just wait, let me tell you a simple process to choose a perfect lender that aligns well with your requirement. All you have to do is to check your loan eligibility with GyanDhan through the link mentioned in the description box. Our expert loan counselor will analyze your requirement and recommend you the best lender and loan offer. That's it for this video. If you found the content useful, Do not forget to like and share it with your fellow study abroad aspirants. Also, in case you have any more question, you can comment them down below. Subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this so that you can make your study abroad dream a reality. See you in the next video.